Welcome back to Two Dads Drinking a Lesbian.
I got a thong on my head, thong on my head, thong on my head, thong on my head, cause the Cowboys lost. I got thong on my head, cause the Cowboys lost. Fuck Dak Prescott, fuck Dak Prescott. I got a thong on my head.
Got a thong on his head. All right, welcome back, guys. We've missed you.
Hola.
Did you miss us?
Nope. Nobody
Probably
missed
not.
us.
Sorry for that. Subscribe anyway. All right, so this is season 2, episode 21, guys. We've done 21 episodes so far. How does that make you feel? We're in dub digits.
It's a Zeke Elliott episode. Deion Sanders episode.
He got a thong on his head. So
I got a thong on my head. Thong on my head. Thong on my head. Cause Dallas lost. Fuck Dak Prescott. Fuck Dak Prescott. I got a thong on my head.
All right, so the drink tonight is by I got it. Yours truly got it. It's Maker's Mark French Oak Bills recipe number 46.
And the Bills fucking lost.
Bills
too,
lost
so.
too, right?
Yeah. Cheers.
Surprising, honestly. I didn't expect that. I'm not gonna lie.
So the only one who won this week would be me.
No, Laura won.
That's right. That's right. Last minute switch up. That's right.
With my pick.
But warmer than I like it.
I like it.
Hoover.
No, I like it
It's
too.
got a nice flavor.
You're welcome
You're welcome.
for being suckered into picking your boys.
I got a thong on my head. Thong on my head. You guys are gonna have to listen to that all night. It's gonna be stuck in here. You're gonna be driving home. You're gonna be like,
It's literally the new sickest beat.
Thong on my head.
Can you make that for me so I can actually play it in my car?
By the way, guys, you want to say hi to our new co-host, Big Goldie?
Hi, Goldie. It's beautiful.
Sean decided that the old fantasy belt was in disrepair.
Laura, didn't you say it too?
It was all scratched up. It was ready.
And we needed a new one, which I think was glorious timing so that Sean could retire into his
100%.
collection.
Hey,
100%.
one of the many perks of being the commissioner for almost 10 years.
I mean, when I had the belt, I said I was just going to buy the league a new belt, and you told me no. So,
because I'm the commissioner, not you. You want to be the commissioner again?
just saying.
Do you want to be the
You're
commissioner?
making unfair rules.
Hey, I've offered you commissionership back for 4 years.
I got a thong on my head. My commissioner's an ass.
Yeah, so Ian clearly lost his survivor pool. That's why he has a thong on his head. For anybody that didn't pick up on the got a thong on his head. Got a thong on his head. But yeah, that's where we're at. He's got a thong on his head, and he has to wear that for the rest of the show.
It's clean.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
I smelled it. It's clean.
Okay, so yeah, you picked Dallas. Sorry, Bubs.
Wah, wah, wah.
Underwear is fun to wear.
Hey, listen, like going into the season after week 1, I thought the Cowboys had no fucking chance in anything this year. So the fact that they made it into the second round of the playoffs, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, you gotta take the wins. Only one team's gonna win the Super Bowl every year, and I don't think the Cowboys would have beaten the Eagles and the Chiefs or Bengals in back-to-back weeks. So you know it's good. I'd rather lose now than lose to Philly next week. To be honest with you,
that would have been probably worse.
I would have had to listen to all the stupid Eagles fans in my life. You know.
Yeah,
but now you just.
But then you just chose the Eagles.
Thong on your head.
Thong on his.
You don't do it as good as I do, Shawnee. I got a thong on my head. Thong on my head. Thong on my head. Cause the Cowboys suck. I got a thong on my head. Thong on my head. Fuck you, Dak Prescott. I got a thong on my head.
Maher ain't any better. That's in my notes of news.
That's another one.
Hey,
we want to talk about how terrible he
was 2 for 2 on field goals.
Field goals. What about extra points?
It was blocked.
He maybe he could see better if he had a thong on his
thong on his head. Thong on his head.
I was like, maybe that would help him or something. Because I don't know what the hell he was looking at.
At the end of this episode, when we're an extra half hour long because of the remix of Thong on my head, Thong on my head.
It's the new best jam out there, man. It's the hottest hits.
No, so you guys, you know, I sent you the article about like, so there's a couple teams, the Cowboys and the Eagles were 2 of them, that were using a ball marker.
It didn't seem to affect the Eagles.
They didn't kick any. Well, they kicked extra points, but they didn't kicking. field
Wasn't that
goals.
the issue with your kicker?
But
Was
here's the
strict
deal,
rules?
though. Like somehow Philly must have known about it because they didn't have the issue when the Cowboys didn't know about it.
They did have the bye week, the week 1 of the playoffs. So
Right. So they clearly were practicing it when Maher found out literally in the game that they couldn't use it. Like the ref came over on the first extra point and said, no, you got to move that and you can't have it. So, I mean, I get it. And he's been money all year. I think it's something they never practiced.
He's been money. He's been using a ball marker.
Well, his holder's using a ball marker.
Well,
but
So
if
he
it affected
needs
that
to be
much,
better.
he did it.
So he puts his foot down where he wants the ball to be. The kicker the holder puts the marker down, and then he follows through and kicks where he put his foot. And without the ball marker, that could be that place could be anywhere, right? The
Okay.
kicker doesn't know where to put the ball down.
So multiple questions.
got to practice it.
What was your opinion of Maher before this season?
He sucked donkey dick.
So this season he has a marker
Yeah,
that we
right.
know of.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, what was your nickname for him this year?
Money Maher.
And as soon as they
It
take
should
the
have been
marker away,
Marker,
sucks
Maher.
donkey.
It should be
Correct.
Marker.
you see where I'm
Maher.
going with this?
I don't care as long as he keeps kicking good field goals.
He's not going to because now he can't use the marker. Maher.
Well, he made field goals. He can't kick
That's
extra
actually pretty
points.
good. I think I like Marker Maher better than Money Maher because he ain't money. That's for fucking sure.
I mean,
Marker
he's 50 for 53 kicking this year. He was
with
fucking
the
awesome.
marker. With a
the
marker.
Now he ain't gonna have that same.
We'll see. We'll see next year.
Okay, other notes and news.
You know
Mahomes
who
is
was
hurt.
actually good? Gold. Robbie Gold. He was good.
Robbie Gold's been doing this many, many, many years.
And he's been
Yeah,
good. He
he's
didn't
not- he's
suck
not-
it then
He
because,
was great in Chicago. He was great in San Fran. Why did Chicago ever let him go?
because
by
they
the
can't afford people. Dude, that's a shit show. That's why they got the first overall
Yeah,
pick
true
this
that.
year.
way? I guess.
So
Well, technically, they got the first overall pick because Houston fucked it up.
Well, that's another shit show. That may be a bigger shit show, and they just got lucky, or didn't even get lucky. They got worse.
They should thank Levy Smith for that.
You know what the worst part is? They should have got their franchise quarterback first overall this year, and now the Bears may trade that pick because they don't need a franchise, and the Colts may step over in front of them and take the guy they wanted.
Or they got to step up and pay for it.
Yeah, from 2 to 1, you have to step up
Hey, you want that quarterback?
because you got one.
there's 3 or 4 good. Really
Yeah,
good
but they
quarterbacks,
supposedly
so-
want that Bryce Young is who they want, and that's who the Colts want as well.
You know what I want?
What?
I want a thong on my head.
thong thong on my head. Thong thong on his head. Thong, thong.
Remix. Luckily enough, he loses every week, so he got one.
Yeah, I feel like you should always wear a thong on your head. Thong, thong. All right, again, Mahomes is hurt. Can we acknowledge this? Mahomes is hurt, but he's still in the playoffs
He's
here. So
definitely hurt. Not as bad as Tony Pollard, but he's definitely hurt.
yeah, what did they actually say about
Broken fibula.
Fibula.
no freaking
Yeah,
way?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, he'll be
Snap
back
that
for
thing.
next year, but I bet it's gonna hurt his He was on a contract season, so it's
At some
probably
point,
gonna
he'll
hurt
be
his
back
contract.
next year.
He'll be back for week 1 next year.
Maybe.
I mean, T.O. came back from that same injury in like 6 weeks. So.
Different players, different positions.
Okay, but we got like 6 months before the season starts.
Yeah,
Don't
but
worry.
still.
You got Dak. You're good.
We don't even know if we're gonna have Tony. He might be on another team. He's a free agent.
Don't worry. You got Zeke.
Yeah, they'll keep him,
No, we don't.
especially because everybody else won't know whether they're going to want to see him play.
And you got your boy Dak.
So you might be able to get a little bit of money out of down on that.
I will say, as somebody who recently had a high, like within the last 2 years, had a high ankle sprain, like Mahomes, and I'm sure it was mostly adrenaline and maybe some painkiller shots. The fact that he was able to go back out and do what he did on one leg, pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty shocked that he's gonna play. I mean, I know he's just got that killer mentality. Again, he did what I wanted Lamar to do, right? I wanted Lamar to go be like, it's the fucking playoffs.
I'm
I
not
don't care
playing.
if I'm hurt. I'm getting the fuck out there. Are you hurt or are you injured? Right.
Lamar's not that dude.
Well,
not that
Mahomes
dude.
showed me he's that dude,
But-
and I gained some
Right,
tremendous
that's-
respect from
right.
Mahomes.
That's the
Well,
difference in why you want him on your team instead of Lamar going to be a free agent this year or
Did you
something.
guys watch that game, by the way?
Which one?
The Chiefs game.
I did.
Okay. So you saw when Mahomes went out with the injury?
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
saw him flipping on the sideline, the whole thing. Yes.
Did you hear? I think the announcer was Romo and Jim Nance.
I can't remember that part.
Whoever the announcer was all over the cock of Chad Henne. Oh no, it was the NBC crew, right? It was Collinsworth.
That's what okay, yeah.
Oh how great is it that Chad Henne drove him all the way down the field, and he had 23 yards passing.
Did you hear the crowd?
And they were like, all over.
Did you hear the crowd? Let's go, Henny.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I didn't.
The whole crowd and Casey.
I was laughing though. It's like he had 23 yards passing, one of which was like just a ridiculous play by Kelsey.
Yep.
And they talked about like, oh, they should be totally confident with Henny for the rest of the game. No, it's fucking Chad Henne.
No. Once again, this goes to the 49er point that Hoover made with Brock Purdy as a rookie quarterback. There's too many weapons. Casey's the same thing.
Yeah, agreed.
You're literally, it's the same thing I told you at the beginning of the season with Tua in Miami. There's too many weapons to be bad. That's literally how it is. It's just too much in
rough.
those rosters.
Yeah.
Definitely not an easy win. You saw that your firsthand.
You want to know? So real quick before I forget, you want to know what my game plan is for the Dallas Cowboys in the offseason?
What is that?
Oh, man.
You ready for this? This is good stuff. So Cooper Rush is obviously a free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would re-sign him to the highest paid backup quarterback in the NFL. I think it's going to be like $12 million a year. Give him like a 5-year deal at $12 million a year. He'll be ecstatic, right?
Okay.
Then you trade Dak Prescott to the Houston Texans for whatever the fuck they'll give you.
What's the dead cap that you lose for Dak?
I don't know the exact number, but most of his guarantees have been paid.
Okay.
And I think you can, in the negotiation, you can make Houston pay the dead salary.
Not that I know, because we tried that with AB back when we moved him to the Raiders.
I thought
that wasn't the case.
I thought with like Watson, they waived the dead, or Cleveland picked up the dead cap for Watson. So there's some creative things that can be done. But either way, it doesn't matter what the dead cap is. You move him to whoever the fuck's gonna take him for whatever the fuck they'll take him for, 5th round draft pick, whatever. And then you got Cooper Rush as a super cheap starting quarterback who's not too far off of Dak's production. And you load up everywhere else on the team. You just load up by receivers, linemen, fucking cornerback, safeties, and we have the best fucking team around Cooper Rush.
Not going to lie to you. I always like that idea. That's the reason why I like what the 49ers have going on in a few teams. However, the problem is, and this is me putting GM hat on for the Texans, who are a shit show of a program. I'm saying no, my team's a shit show. Even if I bring in Dak with what I have on my roster, I'm still a shit show. I'm better off using my 2nd overall pick to take one of those 3 quarterbacks as a young quarterback.
They could still do that and have him learn behind Dak for 2 years until he's a free agent.
Once again, I don't want to use that cap. I want to use that on other positions
to build up my cap.
I get it. I'm not worried about winning next year. My team is
somebody would take him. He's still a top 12 quarterback. Somebody would take him.
I agree. I don't know if I agree that he's a top 12 quarterback, but I agree that somebody will take him.
I mean, that could be a whole show of us just ranking QBs, but he's definitely a top 12 quarterback.
Once again, I am not so sure after what I've seen from him this year, but he's definitely up there. And I've told you last year.
You just take Captain Kirk over him?
That's a very big question because once again, neither one of them really win in big games.
Because I got Kirk ranked like 11 on my list.
Once again, neither one of them win in big games, so I'm not really sure.
I'm just saying there's so many average quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's above average.
You know me. I would much rather take a 1st or 2nd year quarterback that's average with growth in him than I would have Dak. I know what I get with Dak. Dak is where he is at this point. He's not growing anymore.
He needs stud receivers around him. He needs a great offensive line. He needs a great running game.
However, a guy like
he needs the full package in order for him to explode and do all the things that he really can.
Don't get me wrong. He's gonna have those 2 or 3 plays a game where like he should have been sacked and he breaks a tackle and like he does that type of stuff. But
so here,
it's just not worth it.
I'm gonna put a name out there to you because I kind of rank him higher. But once again, I base this off future. I base this on what I've seen this year. T. Law, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I would put him above Dak.
Okay.
I've seen enough from Trevor Lawrence this year.
With him with a good coach this year.
Yeah, and he's young and he's mobile. And
to me, he's a top 12 quarterback.
Don't get me wrong. He did throw 4 interceptions in the playoff game.
It is what it is. Your guy threw 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying. He threw 4 interceptions. I would still rank him slightly ahead of Dak.
And once again, he's 1st year under Peterson. I would like to see that growth maturity there.
And he has really no great receivers.
Jalen Hurts.
No. They're right. To me, they're very similar.
And I think Jalen Hurts knows how to use his legs better than Dak does. I think the arms are very comparable.
That's going to go away as soon as he gets his contract.
Once again, I think the arms are comparable, and I think he understands how to move better than Dak does, which is why he's the MVP of that team. I don't know if he's the MVP overall, but he's the MVP of that team.
Dak used to be very effective with his legs until he got hurt and got that contract, and now he doesn't. So
I'm just throwing a few names out there that
Yeah.
I just kind of, once again,
And
I'm looking at
A teardrop.
youthfulness.
Oh.
Aw.
No, I'm just saying that's what I would do. They're not going to. They're going to stick with Dak. They're going to say we were so close. If we just
Don't get me wrong. I would agree with you. I would get rid of him and Zeke if I was looking.
Well,
for
we have to get rid of Zeke. There's no way you're paying him $11 million for like a 3.5 yard
I
carry.
just don't
back.
think either one of them are worth what you're paying them.
Yeah.
And I think you could do better with that cap.
I mean,
I think that's the problem is that instead of
Mm.
having more talent around them, they keep overpaying players to do this. And then this is the problem.
the simple fact of the matter, when Dak is on, he's probably top 3 quarterback. The problem is he's only
Yeah, but how
on.
many yeah.
He's only on
Yeah,
like
so
6 games a year.
Or less.
Not even,
less.
dude. Not even. If you're gonna put him in top
That-
3,
Dude,
no,
if he plays like that Tampa Bay game every week, like
no, I can name at least 3 quarterbacks that on a weekly basis I would say are above him no matter what.
I don't know. There's not any.
Are you ever gonna put him
The
above Joe
it's
Burrow?
The
Ever.
inconsistency.
To me, 1 and 2 is
Patrick
Burrow.
Mahomes.
Mahomes, Burrow, and then I'm saying if he plays his
Justin
best
Herbert.
game, Dak
Yeah,
is up.
Justin Herbert.
Mahomes.
I mean, Justin Herbert's more talented than Dak is, but when Dak's on and playing his best game,
Justin Herbert's had shitty games with no receivers injured this year and been better than Dak.
I mean,
You've already admitted that you would trade everything to bring Herbert onto your
Justin
team.
yeah, I would because of the he's young and the upside is there. But
I'm just being real with you. There's in my eyes maybe top 6, maybe, but there is no way he's even scratching that top 3.
when he
ever.
plays his best game, he's one of the best quarterbacks I've seen.
Yeah, but that's like any quarterback can be a top quarterback
Okay.
when they play their best game.
I was gonna say, so you say that you have to compare every top quarterback at their top game
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
them. So
That's
no,
not-
he's
yeah.
not. He's not.
Yeah.
If those top quarterbacks are at their top 3, he's not better than any of them.
I've seen Josh Allen's best games, and I like Dak better in his best games.
I don't. I won't agree with that one either. That's another one. I
I'll
won't agree
take
with that one
Joey
either.
B.
There's
Joey
so-
B and Mahomes are, I mean, they're on another level.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Joey
Justin
B
Herbert
is
too.
Mr. Playoffs. Once again, I keep saying that dude. Joey B and Mahomes are that dude.
I think Joe might be the most clutch quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, he's
100%.
Joe Name or not Joe Name. It's Joe Montana right now. Tom Brady. You name this generation's version of that. That's what Joey B is going to be. Is for we're Tom Brady's generation.
Unless he falls apart at some point.
He's
Once
a
again.
typical white dude, smart, like got his head
He
on
got-
his shoulder, wants
he
to
got-
sit there and watch game, wants to
got a
do the right
cannon.
thing.
Or he got an attitude though. I love it about him. As much as I'm not.
Did you see what he said after the game?
Attitude.
That's fine though, but he's
See what he said after the game?
Yeah.
coming to win.
So they started pre-selling tickets to the Bills Chiefs game in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, go get them refunds.
No, I hope they have a refund.
All right. I fucking love it.
I know, but
I love
that's the smack.
So listen,
and I like it.
like we talked a lot about Lamar last week.
You notice how I didn't bring him up because I would
Yeah.
not put him in that category.
Right. We talked a lot about Lamar last week, which by the way, I would take Dak over Lamar any day of the week.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I hate
Dak's
Deshaun
available.
Watson. And I would take Deshaun Watson over Lamar.
Dak's available, right? Availability is your best quality, in my opinion. So like we talked about Lamar in that situation, and just in this last round of the playoffs, we saw 2 things that I absolutely love about like quarterbacks and like when you have that right guy.
He Holmes.
One was Mahomes when he got hurt,
Dude.
and he was straight. He couldn't even hand the ball off properly.
He was gimping. Did you see
He
the
was
one?
hopping
It
on
was
one leg to
hopping,
hand off the ball.
and he still would not come out. He,
He
was like,
would
"No,
not come
no."
out. He was screaming and cussing at his coaches like, fuck you, you're not taking me off this field. That is my guy, right?
That is everybody's guy, dude. If you
Right.
could pay all your first round draft picks for the next 4 years, every team would offer that to get them homes. Except for the
Absolutely.
Bengals. Except for the Bengals. The Bengals would be like, we got Joey B. You can't
Like,
beat him.
hold
I'll
my
keep Joey
beer.
B.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Hold
him."
my beer.
But so you got that. And then just the confidence and swagger of Joe Burrow
Dude.
to not only crush the Bills and just dominate the Bills and play great in a snow game, which isn't easy to throw in a snow game, by the way.
But they weren't really
But then he
throwing. They were
goes-
doing the smart game.
No, Mahomes was
They were
Burrow.
running.
As
They-
much as they were running more, he still threw.
But they were throwing like shorter passes and like they had some long ones in there, but like
It doesn't matter.
the
Here's-
Bills were doing exactly what you said and just going long almost every single play and not doing
Yeah.
their checkdowns.
Joe Burrow was playing football.
He was playing all around
And-
football, and that's
and
what won that
truthfully-
game.
And then he goes to the fucking podium. He's like, go get your money back, bitches, because we're going to the AFC Championship game. I love it. The
I-
confidence of that motherfucker.
I can't,
Mhm.
honestly, as a Steeler fan, I can't love the Bengals. I just can't.
Oh, I can.
But
I
they
can
are-
respect it.
I didn't back when they had that that swagger with what's his name there, the old
Like I'm not gonna
coach
put on a
and
jersey,
Pac-Man
but I'll
and all
give 'em
that.
love.
This Bengal team, well, first of all, Tyler Boyd's a Pitt guy, so I like Tyler Boyd automatically. Jamar Chase, well, he's my star on my fantasy team, so I'm gonna support him. And Joey B, I don't know. As much as I've said for years, I love Mahomes, and you know this. I date back on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Joey B is just.
Don't forget about Higgins. And then I like the
I just
tight
don't-
end that they picked up in the offseason.
I just don't think
what's
they're
his
going to
name?
re-sign
Hayden
Higgins.
Hurst.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll be able to re-sign Higgins. Is the problem with all they have,
I mean,
and they're going to choose Chase with his relationship
course.
with Burrow.
but here's the thing about Chase. Like I like Chase, but I don't think he's that amazing. I think Burrow makes him amazing.
I don't know. It's the dates back
works,
to
though.
LSU. I have no idea which one I'd give him the credit for, but
Sean, do you notice how the sound machine is no longer in front of either of us?
oh, I put it there.
I didn't do that.
By the way, me and Hoover do another show. If you ever want to hear it, is DHRE Live. On that being said, I moved the board down there for that episode
Yep. And just haven't got
because
moved
our
back.
guest is sitting where Laura sits.
Gotcha.
I got a thong on my head.
Thong,
thong
thong
on
on
my
his
head.
head.
Thong,
Thong,
thong on
thong
my
on his
head. Thong, thong on my head.
head.
All right, we're gonna talk about the AFC
Yeah,
NFC
so
Championship.
so we got Kansas City versus Cincinnati, which we
Can't
kinda-
wait.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a hell of a game.
I don't
Especially
know.
the fact
I'm
that
worried.
Mahomes is hurt now. Like I think it could be.
Oh, I thought it would have been a hell of a game when he's healthy, just like last
Yeah.
year. But
Here's the
he's
thing.
hurt now.
Here's the thing. Here's what they're gonna do with Mahomes. Okay, they're gonna tape the shit out of that ankle.
They did. Did you see the
Hang on.
tape drop in the last game?
They're gonna numb it the fuck up, and he's not gonna be able to feel a goddamn thing. Now, when you do that, you risk other injuries
Oh,
because your
100%.
body's overcompensating for the fact you can't feel that foot. But Mahomes will be as close to fine as possible, and then he'll start to hurt towards the end of halftime, like towards the end of the first half,
No, re-up it.
and they'll re-up it in the second half. He'll get through the game. Will he be as effective as a healthy Mahomes? I don't know.
He won't be as mobile.
He
Still
won't be as mobile, which is
but
a
is it-
huge part of his game.
Yeah,
with that
absolutely.
ankle tape that limits his gameplay. His
He did have like a really important first down rush, like on the first drive he came back in.
the adrenaline will kick
Yeah.
in and he'll do
Yeah.
stuff, but
He
it will
don't
still
play.
affect him.
Yeah.
It just they have literally what it's going to come down to is his line is going to have to step up so that boy don't get hit.
And once again,
Good luck with that.
I'm saying that's going to be the game plan. Then
Hoover knows this. What is it? 5 years ago now, I called the Mahomes storyline.
Yeah.
And I love Mahomes. I also love Joey B. Those two quarterbacks right there may be the two best in the NFL.
Mhm.
There are some other guys I'll throw in there, but those guys just dominate. Like,
It-
there's nobody who would choose in the playoffs more than Burrow right now, and that says a lot with Brady still not retired.
Here's the problem with Mahomes right now. So if he loses again, even if he wins this game and he loses in the Super Bowl, right?
Mhm.
He's gonna start to get the
Dan Marino.
yeah, he won one Super Bowl, so we gotta start putting him in the class of like Aaron Rodgers.
No, but
Yes.
he's better than Rodgers. But his regular season stats are just
But no, what I'm saying is that like if you only win the big game once and you're that talented, people are gonna start, criticizing you for that. Like Aaron Rodgers.
the difference is
There's some talks about people wanting to pick up Aaron Rodgers, like the Jets.
the difference.
I would
did you
trade
see what
Dak
Joey-
for Aaron Rodgers in a second.
Did you see what Joey Namath said?
And you have the most boring season ever, and I won't want to watch any of your games. Way to go!
Joey Namath said for the Jets, please bring in Aaron Rodgers. I will unretire the number 12 number so he can wear it here with the Jets.
Wouldn't that be a little weird though that Favre went to the Jets and now Rodgers is going to go to the Jets? What's he going to do? Go to the Vikings next?
History.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that would be
history.
shit,
That's
shit.
what
That
they
would be
do.
some
They
shit.
probably have good relations, so they're like let's repeat.
That's kind of where the Vikings are at with Kirk Cousins.
If that happens, the NFL is fixed. I mean, it is. The NFL is like, we need this storyline that he's going to follow the exact same path as the fucking Brett Favre did. You know?
And like, what a lame way to go out if he does do that.
I still like Brett Favre's personality better than Rodgers. Rodgers.
I don't get it. Like Rodgers, dude, you have so much fucking money. You won a Super Bowl. You're one of the best arm talents anybody's ever seen on a football
I
field.
heard he's weird.
He's very weird.
Just ride off into the sunset with your supermodel girlfriend.
He doesn't have
But-
one.
I don't think he has a girlfriend anymore. He
No.
keeps fucking him up.
He had one. But
He
anyways,
did, and they broke up.
okay, go get you a new supermodel girlfriend. Ride off into the sunset.
With your weird.
Do fucking Jeopardy or whatever the fuck you're gonna do next, and move on with your life, right?
He's gonna go on.
I can't take you serious with these pants on your head. Got a thong on his head.
Thong on my
his
head. Thong on my
his
head. Because the Cowboys suck. I got a thong on my head.
Speaking of, we got San Fran versus Philly, which,
That's the Lower Jack versus
what's
Ian
about to
matchup.
go down.
Hoover just likes to take those bets against the
Listen,
Niners. He loves to take them.
I haven't checked where the line is. I think it's probably around 3 right now.
It's 3.5.
3.5. If that line gets to 2.5, so I get the Eagles
It
favored
was
by
actually
2.5.
It actually was. That's where it started.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't see that because I would have bet the fucking house on that. I would be so confident on the Eagles with 2.5 points. Like I would bet a ridiculous sum of money on that. Like the Eagles are going to win this game. Their defense is better than Dallas's defense. Their offense is better than Dallas's offense. They're not going to make
their defense is better.
They're not going to make the critical fucking mistakes that Dak made, and they're going to
but they have a better defense,
and they're not going to drop multiple interceptions that Dallas did against Purdy.
I can agree with two-thirds of what you first said there. I do not know if the Eagles' defense is better.
Listen.
Their secondary maybe. As a whole, their secondary may be better as a whole, but I don't know
Their
if
front seven is better.
I don't know.
Their secondary is maybe about the same. Their front seven is better.
What
the only thing we have is Micah. We have Micah, which is a game changer.
That's the same thing as us saying we have TJ Watt.
So are you saying that you think I'm going to be punished next week?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Sean? If you had to guess.
I told you I'm going with the 49ers. That's my team.
Okay, baby.
You're getting fucking punished, yeah. And listen,
don't get me wrong. Your game, I think, is a lot closer than my game. So
if the 49ers go into Philly and win, I'm a super happy punished person because
again,
like I do not want to see Philly in the Super Bowl.
I thought you picked Philly because you wanted them to lose. So
Hoover's going for the 3-peat.
That's fine, but no, I picked them because I think it's not even a close matchup.
Laura, better question: do you think Hoover can win out throughout the playoffs, get punished every week throughout the Super Bowl?
I absolutely can.
You think that's the
yeah?
So,
I mean,
we haven't talked about what are we going to do for the Super Bowl when?
Oh, it means one or the two are going to get punished.
Okay, so we're going to do.
It has to.
What if all three of us pick the same team?
Well, no, there's only two teams, so
two teams.
If someone's picking the same.
I'll be honest with you, you've been very clear that you're not going to take the 49ers, so I don't expect that to change.
The 49ers won't be in the Super Bowl, so
they're going to be, and I'm telling you right now, if they are, that's who I'm taking.
What do you want to bet on?
Nothing, because I'm not going to. I'm going to watch you get punished every single week. Just like last week, you got punished. You wanted to... Dude, that's not the point. I have money on them already to win the Super Bowl. So
okay. I'm just saying, I think it's going to be somewhat of a close game, like a one-score game, but I think the Eagles are going to win pretty easily.
I don't
especially
think so.
after what I saw against Dallas. I mean, Purdy did not impress me at all.
You're talking about the Eagles who played the Giants and they blew them out. And that's not adding up to the same 49er team that
I'm talking about the Eagles that only lost 3 games all year, and 2 of them was without Hurts.
And what was their schedule like that you kept telling us about all season?
It's still impressive that you went 13 games.
So your whole excuse about the 49ers is their season was a cake.
Still the Eagles.
So it's the same thing, right?
But I know both rosters inside now.
And the 49ers later on added McCaffrey, right?
Yeah.
Who's a difference maker.
What did McCaffrey do against the Cowboys?
I don't know, but in the second half, he got a touchdown. I know that.
He ran the ball. He got them down the
field. Yeah. First half, he didn't do much. The second half,
he first downs.
He did what he was supposed to.
I could actually make the argument that your boy actually ran better than McCaffrey.
I can make the argument that, hey, Laura, at the very end of the game, what was Ian crying about with the 49ers? They're dumb. They're playing Mitchell. They should have McCaffrey in there.
They should have had McCaffrey.
So hold on. So his whole thing here is what's McCaffrey worth, but his whole concern and crying was McCaffrey. They didn't need, and I kept saying to him, they didn't need him at that point of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to run Mitchell, which is a good
I don't know what his stat line was, but I'm going to guess McCaffrey was less than 4 yards a carry against the Cowboys.
They don't, but you have to remember with McCaffrey,
the Eagles are a better run defense than the
once
Cowboys.
Again, they don't look at McCaffrey from an average rush.
Yeah, but they have
per
so
game.
many, they can watch out for the run, but guess what? They got Debo and Kittle and all these other people coming up.
Well, clearly I'm the only one here that has any confidence in the Eagles, and I hope that's the case.
Absolutely don't.
McCaffrey is, once again, I go to quarterback saying he's that dude. McCaffrey is, once again, from a running back position, when healthy, that dude.
Yeah.
That you want on the field. He is in the top 3 of running backs that if I was to pick out of 3 running backs that I want in the game, I want McCaffrey in the damn game.
Okay.
I honestly, there's not many more that I could think of because I know if I put him in the game, I don't even need to have him running back. Go line up in the slot. Go line up outside. Go line up at quarterback, damn it.
I could make the argument he's not even the best running back in the game on Sunday.
There's the possibility. Your team was shutting him down. I told you that in the first half. They were smart.
Miles Sanders has been lights out this year.
Dude,
I'm not a big fan.
Deebo Samuel's
reason,
made
when
me
it
the
really
best running
counts,
back.
he doesn't always show.
That's true.
I'm just saying I don't like the Eagles.
I'm just saying he got a thong on
Eagles
his
are
head.
damn-
Thong
Thong on my
on
head. Thong on my head.
No,
No. I'm literally giving the team I absolutely hate props right now.
I know you are.
They did it right. They knew they had 2 seasons with Hurts on a rookie contract, and they loaded the fuck up. Now don't get me wrong, they're gonna have to overpay Hurts very soon, and they're gonna have to get rid of a lot of those weapons that they brought in. But for this year, it's almost like a Rams thing from last year. They loaded up hard, and they're gonna fucking go to the Super Bowl.
Funny story, as highly as you're talking about the Eagles, do you know they have 2 first-round draft picks this year? One of which is in the top 10.
Yeah.
Because of some dumb trades that other teams have made.
Well, I wouldn't say. Well, it wasn't dumb for the Eagles. It was good trade.
Oh, for the Eagles, it was
Yeah.
great. I'm talking about the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing at the Eagles when they made those trades, and now I'm like, oh shit, they got 2 fucking top 10 or top 20 draft picks.
So they're a team that, once again, as much as I'm supporting the 49ers, if I was to pull away from the 49ers, yes, I would be all on board with the Eagles. I think, honestly, as highly as we're talking about the AFC matchup, I think the NFC matchup may be an incredible game. I can see both of these games this weekend being better than the Super Bowl, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Both of them. Both of them.
Yeah. I can see that. I'm excited for this weekend of football.
Wait, so I have a question, and this is probably dumb because I should know the answer to this, but like
We hold
They have
ourselves
what?
to a high
they
standard,
have,
Laura.
what, 1 week off before?
Yeah, one
One bye week, one middle week.
the Pro Bowl week, or no,
That's not Pro Bowl week anymore. It's just one middle week for
yeah, 'cause they did the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. Now?
Yeah, it's a week where they get all their shit together, plans, arrangements,
Right.
things like that. They practice from home before they go down.
It's in my old neck of the woods too,
Sure.
Phoenix, Arizona.
There you go. It's a nice stadium.
It is a beautiful stadium.
Nonetheless, then the following week they go down there and then
Wait,
they have
where
to
is
deal
the
with
Super
all
Bowl
that
this
crap.
Phoenix. I would have absolutely
Arizona.
racked up a credit card and went to the Cowboys Super Bowl in Phoenix. Guaranteed.
I know you would have.
No fucking doubt.
He's like, got to figure out how to rate this off.
Don't worry, I did a Super
Had a
Bowl
business
trip,
meeting.
which was fun, but I did the worst one you can imagine. Went to
Detroit.
Detroit. Yep.
Yeah.
Horrible location for a Super Bowl. Not to talk shit on Detroit. Horrible location. Freezing cold, snow on the ground. Yeah, you're gonna go to any Super Bowl party that week.
The
yeah,
NFL
right.
draft is in Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's not too far of a drive, guys.
Yeah. I actually went to the
I-
NHL draft before.
It's a bucket list thing for me. I want to go to an NFL draft. I wish I could have gone to an NFL draft when they did it at Radio City every
Hoover,
year.
we have
Let's
watched
do it.
every draft together
Yeah.
for the last like 4 or 5 years, 6, maybe
I think it's
longer.
been longer. I
10
think it's been
years.
like still 10, 12 years.
I could see Ian's face on ESPN being like, yeah, the Cowboys have selected
that guy.
No.
That guy.
Don't make me do this on a whim, Hoover. Give me a month or so
Yeah.
advance notice that you want to do this, and let's do
Advance
this.
notice. We want to do it.
I keep hoping it's going to come to Pittsburgh. I really do. I think it
No,
will.
they've talked about it. Pittsburgh's tried to get it; it just hasn't happened yet. But I don't mind traveling with you and hanging
Yeah.
out with you, dude. And
I
going for
do.
a
You
trip, but-
stink.
Oh, he does.
Kansas City would probably be a fun city.
The
to go
thong
to.
on your head.
The
The
thong
Steelers
on
need a
my
big-
head. Thong thong on my head. Thong thong on my head.
the
In
Steelers need a-
Kansas City with a thong on my head.
Oh, if he wears
my
the
God.
thong on his head in Kansas City, then I'm definitely going.
Oh, me
I'm
too.
in.
Oh,
And
there you go.
we'll just
Thong
start a
on my head.
rap crew.
So wait, anytime I want you guys to show up, I just gotta wear a thong on my head. I would
Yeah.
totally fucking do this. to have you
Hoover,
guys around.
we showed up for another Cowboy game this weekend. I think we show up all the time when you need us to show
Yeah,
up.
dog.
It's true. I got 2 great friends. Neither one of them like the Cowboys, but they showed up to watch the Cowboys.
And I
play
wear
with me.
blue.
I couldn't support you
And
this
you were
weekend.
blue.
I was supporting the 49ers. I
You
couldn't.
were still there.
The
though.
week prior, I supported your team. This
you
week,
were,
I
you were
couldn't.
still there though.
That's
I
why
was
the
there,
Cowboys
yeah.
lost because we weren't all on the same page.
I told him. I told him the week before. It wouldn't
Cowboys
be the
lost.
grass.
We were not the best team on the field.
I told him I couldn't. do it
Marker
this weekend.
Maher didn't help the situation.
I couldn't
He
forcefully.
only
make-
cost us 1 point.
1 point.
I will support Hoover when there's not a team in there that I want to support.
I get it, but
So
like
the
I support
49ers
him
are
just
that one.
'cause-
So the 49ers are that one team I like this year.
I do too, but
Them and the Bengals, actually. I would love, as much as I pulled for the Bills, I would love to see the Bengals in. I just enjoy them. I love watching their games.
I think the reason why I support them is because the idea of seeing Ian be so pumped up. Like, if the Cowboys went into the Super Bowl, could you imagine like how pumped up this guy would be?
I kind of want them. Here's the thing.
Insane.
Here's the thing. I fully expect the Steelers to make a Super Bowl before the Cowboys. However, I want, and this is the weirdest thing to say.
As he almost beat us too.
However, the one thing I actually want is I don't want that to happen. As weird as that sounds, I actually want the Cowboys to make it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I actually want them to be there.
They're not terribly far off. They just have to put it together, and they have to have the right pieces in place.
I just think the Steelers have better management and better proof of their time when they want to rebuild and do the right thing.
Look,
that's all.
You'll never hear me. Like, I love Jerry, and I feel like he always tries to put the best team on the field. I'll never bash Jerry. Like, even in what I feel are bad decisions, like sticking with Dak over Romo, I'm still going to support Jerry, and I still think he tries really hard to put the best product on the fild. They're close. Sure. And honestly, I gained a lot of respect for McCarthy this year. I think he did a great job with Dak going down with the injury and all the turmoil throughout the year and all that. And I think he had a good game plan against the Bucs in the first round. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it wouldn't shock me any year if they went to the Super Bowl. But, like, there's 2 teams that go to the Super Bowl out of 30. You know, it's you guys as Steeler fans have been extremely spoiled over the past.
Decade. we don't ever have losing seasons.
2 decades. Ever. Yeah, I mean, you're always in contention, right? Even this year, if you guys almost snuck in.
We still technically, if we had won the first half of the season, we probably snuck into the playoffs.
You guys almost snuck in, and you probably should have snuck in. And then if you would have snuck in, nobody would be surprised if you would have won a game or 2 in the playoffs.
Oh no, the second half of the season, we were actually playing better.
Well, that's the key. Is once we're there, we're like, people put money on us because they know that we have a mentality that's like unlike other teams because we have that experience. I mean, I know that right now we're a pretty young team and like it's all new to some of these guys, but like still, like the mentality that they show is like this type of mentality all the time. So
yeah,
they're used to it.
The Steelers way is the Steelers way. They
100%.
have that all
they play
the time.
Like this every
that
day.
is what it is.
I just feel like this is such a quarterback league, right?
Yep.
And I feel like if you don't have one of those top guys. And no, I don't think Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy is one of those top guys, but they have great teams around them.
I think Purdy has a scenario where I don't think he's a top guy, and I don't know if he can get to it, but I think he has a scenario similar to Brady, who came into the league as not as Mr. Irrelevant, but
very
late
close,
round pick.
Yeah,
I think he has a scenario where he can walk in and have a similar growth process.
We talked about it. He's got that swagger. He's got that, like, I don't care. I'm going to go out and once again, ball around.
I don't think he's a top 3 quarterback in the next 5 years, but like Brady, where Brady came in, didn't have that and had to take the time to get into that position.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I've watched with Purdy in games is he has kind of that maturity process of, in 5 years, could I see eating my words and saying, oh, this guy is probably a top 5 to 10 quarterback in the league.
I don't think he has that ceiling. I think his ceiling is probably a Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he's going to be
Jimmy Garoppolo's good.
No, that's not bad. There's nothing wrong with being a Jimmy Garoppolo. Like,
coming from Mr. Irrelevant to an NFL starter, if not a top-notch backup, that is, he should have been expecting to get cut.
With that.
He should have been expecting to be cut as Mr. Irrelevant. He
100%.
should have been expecting to be
100%.
cut.
Do you think we see Baker Mayfield in the NFL?
Yes, I think Baker's going to be starting quarterback of the Rams next year.
No, already Stafford said he's coming back, and McVay's coming back. They're not going to go. He may be there, but he's not going to replace Stafford.
I mean, I guess
not in McVay's eyes. That's not going to happen.
Didn't they just do a 1-year deal with him?
No, they brought him over on his contract from the Panthers, which I think was a 1-year deal with the Panthers.
Yeah,
maybe a 2-year, but he brought him over with that deal.
Yeah, no, Baker will be in the NFL for sure.
No, once again, I think he's definitely in the NFL. I just don't know if he's a starter. He may have to build himself back up to get a position somewhere, which he will. The NFL's that way. If you can do the job.
Look at Gino.
Okay.
Look at Mitch Trubisky with the Steelers. He got signed before we drafted Pickett.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be our starter.
It's weird. I actually really like Baker for the Steelers.
I like his attitude, but I
his,
can't.
his
I like Pickett.
swagger, his attitude, his
Here-
like mantra.
Here's the
Yeah.
issue: is Pickett's shown all similarities to that
Yeah.
without the negatives.
Right. 100%.
That's the problem. And he's shown the same talent level of how he could throw the ball on that. There's no reason for them to steer away from Pickett right now.
I'm thinking about trying out for the Steelers quarterback position.
He
this
won't
year.
be Pickett.
Dude.
Pickett's damn good.
Because all I'm gonna do is just throw the ball up to Pickens every play of the
Oh,
game.
that's true. That's like the
I literally would just blindly just throw it over to him.
well, he's covered. He's uncoverable. He's not covered. He's never
I'm
covered.
just gonna throw it high enough that he's the only guy who can go get it, and he's probably gonna get his ass kicked every game. But like, we're gonna do this,
Dude, he's gonna be a keeper in our fantasy football league.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I literally, once again, I don't have a first or second round
Makes
pick.
me
I only
sick,
have a third
actually.
round, but I would take him. He shouldn't be a keeper. Not off the season he had.
No, he shouldn't.
He shouldn't be a keeper, but he's gonna be. And
Well,
I,
because
the only
long
reason
term, he's gonna be.
that just the team who has him is that
They have
legit
no
a keeper. They
keepers,
have no
yeah.
keepers.
No, I get it, but still, like in long term, is going to be a keeper, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, no, next year. Once again, I don't know what to expect since they said Canada is going to be back next year, so I don't know what fully to expect.
Did they actually announce
They
that?
did, yes.
So-
after the
So wait,
after
I
the
mean,
left
hang
switch
on.
fire, after the left
I'm-
switch firing.
Wait, hang on. I got a thong on my head.
Thong
on
on
my
his
head.
head.
However,
Thong on
however,
his head.
I got a thong on my head. However, I was 100% right in this scenario.
Yes, you are.
I told you at the midpoint when they started
ridiculous.
winning, I hated it.
Listen, I have another question. Just want to throw this out there. What is going to happen with Dan Campbell and them Lions next year?
Nothing. They're gonna be the same thing they were this year.
They're going to be a
so
little
good
bit.
this year.
They're going to be a little bit better. They're going to fix their defense a little bit,
I think they're going to
they
keep
didn't lose-
improving,
and
and they're
didn't
going to
lose their
keep
core.
surprising, eat more and more and more to the point where they're like an actual like
So
good team.
real
Dan,
quick,
Dan Campbell will be fired mid next year.
real
What? I love him.
Okay.
I want him. Please come to Pittsburgh, Dan Campbell.
So real quick, I want to call timeout.
Why would you? Why would we fire Dan Campbell? He's like the greatest.
Because
He
they
literally
almost
rallied
fired
his
him
team.
this year.
They literally rally around this guy.
and
He's
this-
not. I don't agree with Hoover on this, but by the way, but
They almost fired him this year, and
For what?
at any point next year, if they have any kind of turmoil, he's gone.
so
For what?
So here's what I'm
The
gonna
NFL.
Yeah, but he literally has brought this team from like an all losing season to like they have winning team, but not only that, the games that they lost were like by 3 points
All right. So
every time.
can I say three
That's,
things?
that's
guys?
bullshit. I like Dan Campbell. You can come to Pittsburgh,
All right,
Dan
say
Campbell.
3 things, Sean.
Okay. So point one,
Dan
Dan
Campbell.
Campbell and the Lions are going to win that division next year. They're the best team running in
what
that
I'm saying.
division.
They
False.
were bad.
The Packers, obviously Rodgers, but I think he's going to move on. The Vikings, I think, are pretenders, and I think the second half of the season showed that, plus playoffs, and I think they're finally going to drop off. The Bears aren't ready. They're just
False.
not. You can say what you want. I'm just telling you my
What's
opinion.
wrong with Dan Campbell?
Once again, I'm just telling you my opinion. They didn't lose their offense. They didn't lose their offensive coordinator that drove the points up on them at the end of the season. The shit side of their team was the defense, which is what they're going to address this offseason.
I think the Vikings win the division next year.
Pretenders.
They are pretenders, but they're better than the other teams. However, if
Maybe they
they
just lost Thielen.
if they
so
do get
maybe.
upset by a team, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say that Chicago is going to be that team that would upset them next year.
So here's the deal. And I actually have done some mock draft simulators. I'm Chicago. I'm drafting receivers. I need to get some weapons for my quarterback. And one of his favorite weapons, Jackson Nijib Smith out of Ohio State, however you say his last name.
Jibby Smith.
Yep, whatever you say. And maybe next year we could just have that on the board.
Got a thong on my head.
Thong on his head.
100%
want this on there.
But I was not trying to get into this whole scenario. He's sorry, guys. You can't see it on camera, but he just winked at me through the thong.
It's uncomfortable.
How you doing?
How you doing?
You like this thong on my head? Thong on my head.
Nonetheless, guys, we actually kind of brought it up between the Super Bowl and between the championship games. There is a bye week there. And I've kind of had some thoughts. I mean, because we have an episode where there's literally a bye week. There's nothing going on.
Yeah. So what are we doing? Are we taking a
We should play our own
We talked about
football
doing it.
game.
taking a
Backyard
What's that?
football and see what happens.
We talked about doing the draft simulators. We've talked about mock drafts.
not for the Super Bowl week, right?
No, I'm talking about the bye week, the week in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So not the super. I mean, I'm talking about that boring week where we don't really have anything going on because there's nothing going on.
So you want to do like a draft simulator?
Well, that, or we could have a fantasy football episode, a full fantasy football episode.
Oh, I'm sure you want to do that.
Or we could literally take a week off. Just saying, just throwing that out
Let me
there.
throw that up there, Laura. And if we do the fantasy football episode, how do you guys feel about hanging banners?
Thong on my head. Thong on my head.
So actually, I did have a thought since we're all on this episode. And I think as much as Hoover never supports me, betrayal over there, cancel Hoover.
I never support him.
Wow.
I do think because I support everybody on the show. Like I supported Laura. I told her I was the one who told her to put the belt on the show.
Yeah.
I have supported him as much as he hasn't won since it changed.
Mm-hmm.
You like that there's stars on here like Dallas?
I believe if any one of us win the title, we should hang banners on the show.
Dude, we should
Behind
definitely have banners.
We
Jack.
should have banners
Year
for the championship
2021.
year.
Mm.
I mean, and I'm not just saying for myself. I'm saying we should hang one. Laura won it in 2021, so Laura should have one in 2021.
Let me guess. So this is only for new champions, not
Well,
the
yeah, it's the new
original
league.
championship.
It's not. The
That's
old
such
league.
bullshit.
It's not the old league. The old league's belt even got retired.
You go fuck yourself, Sean Sabina. You go fuck yourself.
I love that.
Truthfully,
If you make those banners, wait till you go to the fucking restroom and see what happens to those fucking banners.
by the way, Hoover,
Dare.
can I tell you something?
Wait. Do you guys
Truthfully,
remember
there's
when
no
Jude left T-Mobile and he hung his shirt with a number in the
Yes.
rafters? Like,
Hoover wasn't there for that. That was
dude,
just
it
me and
was
you.
so
That was just
good.
me and
It
you.
was so
But
good. He
yes.
left his he literally made like a jersey, like a soccer jersey,
He did.
and hung it in the
Meanwhile,
rafters.
the only people whose fucking jerseys should be hanging in the rafters are us three and
Yeah.
fucking maybe Adam Gleave.
Like, listen, I
Cleve
actually had a
wasn't there,
T-Mobile
though.
dream last
He
night
was
that I
in
went back to
Robinson.
work at T-Mobile.
Oh, he was there way
Long
before
time.
any of us, and
But
he
he
was only
was-
there for a minute. He wasn't even there that long.
Oh,
man.
really? I thought he was like a legend.
No, he left that store real quick.
Okay, let's talk about picks because we are way off track. So
I was letting us go. I was letting us
thong
go.
on my head. Time to pick my winner. I got a thong on my head.
By the way, does anybody believe he's picking a winner?
No.
He hasn't picked one yet.
I picked the 49ers against the Eagles, and that's what this guy picked.
This is fun for me.
You know, it's painful to support the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. I thought you were doing it because you didn't want them to win, so you
No,
were
no,
picking
no.
that team.
I legit think they're gonna win. I think they are
They
a
are.
much more talented team.
Laura, he also switched his pick to go to the Cowboys against the 49ers last week.
That was emotional.
That was me sitting there
That was an
poking at
emotional
you.
pick.
That was just poking.
That's an emotional pick. Don't get me
on the
wrong.
episode.
The Cowboys were in that game. They could have
For
absolutely
the first half,
won.
they were.
No, even
That
the
second half didn't feel it.
It-
It did not feel that way in the second.
They were in that game. If Tony Pollard doesn't get hurt, I think it's a different game. But
Maybe I can. Maybe.
I can
yeah,
acknowledge
it,
that.
it is
Maybe.
it is what it is. You take one of our top 3 players off the field, it makes things different. But no, I mean it was an emotional pick, and I'm embracing the thong on my head,
Thong on his head. Thong on his head.
But I totally think I've
Wait,
watched a lot of
hold
football.
Dong on his head. Dong on
my
his
head,
head.
dong
Dong
on my head, dong on my head. I've watched a lot of football this year, and I think if Jimmy G's in this game, I'm probably torn.
But the point is
Not that
Jimmy G
worried.
is still there. So if Purdy goes down,
They're
something
making a
happens.
decision.
they
He's
have-
actually back now.
I'm just saying, if Jimmy G was starting, I would probably be torn. But I do think that every game Brock Purdy throws a couple up there, and the Eagles they're going to take advantage of that. The Cowboys didn't. The Eagles will. Not to mention the fact that Hurts looks really good. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert are virtually uncoverable, and I think that I think the Eagles are gonna win handily. 7 points plus.
I can't wait to punish you next week.
7 points plus. And then Sean, you're taking the Bengals, which don't get me wrong, that is not a given pick.
It's not a given. I think it's a bigger game with Mahomes being injured, but it's not a given.
Would you be picking that if Mahomes was not injured?
Yes,
Okay.
I would have still picked it just because I hate to say it because I love Mahomes, but I feel like that Bengal squad, I think they're built for the
They're coming
playoffs.
to
They're
play for
playoffs
sure.
built.
Listen, if we're coming back for a season 3, which isn't committed yet, but we probably are, right? If we're
I
coming,
think you said we did last week.
okay,
You
well,
said
if we're
that.
coming back for season 3, I think we need to have a jingle for Kids Corner.
By the way, did you
Not a thong on his head. Thong, thong.
No, something fancy. Kids Corner, Kids Corner. I don't know, something
did you
crazy
pay
like that.
Yeah,
did
but you
you
have to make it into these buns. We have to have
Yeah,
a
we
few
don't
things
do
on our
that.
bun.
did you pay Goldie her sign on for season 3?
Hmm?
Did you pay Goldie her sign on for season 3?
No,
didn't
I'm
pay
in
me either.
protest over Goldie because I own the belt that you're keeping way before you did. Anyways, Kids Corner. Who wants to go first?
I will.
Okay, go ahead, John.
So currently, you guys, I'm surprised I'm here. I almost didn't come tonight. I didn't tell any of you guys that. My son has been sick for 4 days now with a temperature of 102 to 105
Well, you
degrees.
said you weren't feeling good.
And I was rough on Monday. That was the only day, and I kind of snapped out of it kind of quick. But Grayson's been sick since midday. I literally took him to baseball practice. He wanted to go to baseball practice on Sunday. And about one drill in, he came over to me, Dad, my throat's killing me. I can't breathe. This is an a-hole over here, by the way. I'm trying to talk about my son. Nonetheless, Grayson came and has been sick.
See
So
what I did?
we
See what I did there?
Got a thong on my head. Okay. Grayson's been sick.
He's been sick with 102 to 105 degree temperature. His skin is white as can be. Stomach sick. Hasn't eaten in probably 2 days almost.
Yeah.
And can't even force anything in him. Just when you're a parent, be there for your kid. That's all. This isn't a full-on story. This is just my kid came to me in the middle of baseball, and as much as I wanted to get it through it, I should have just automatically listened to him and said, "Let's go." We did. We left after maybe 5 more minutes. But I asked him, "Hey, can you try to go do your next drill?" And he did. And then he came right back over to me and saying, "Dad, I just can't even breathe." Took him home. He laid in his bed all day that day, Monday, and most of today. Today he's shown a little bit of life. But it's one of those things. As a parent, you want to do the best for your kid. But you also want to see your kid work hard and try hard. And then you see they're actually sick. Like I'm a firm believer. I think right now me and my wife have both said this. We think he has the flu. We've tried him for COVID. It's not COVID, but nonetheless, and I guess we call it Uncle Vid on here. I haven't done that in a while. It's been a while.
So wait, you're telling me there's other illnesses outside of COVID?
Oh, I guess there is. There's the flu's back. I guess what is it, RVP or
RSV or whatever.
RSV?
Yeah.
But there's actually other things out there now. Nonetheless, take care of your kids. They know what they're doing. They do get sick very less than we do. I don't know about you, but I know that my kids get sick way less than I ever do anymore.
I feel like my kids are sick more than I am.
I don't know. My kids never get sick. Never. So to see
I have
my
a shit
kids
immune
sick.
system, so everybody gets sick less than I do.
Yeah.
So we're not 100% sure what the game plan for next week is. But we have a very special birthday celebration.
Whoop, whoop.
Lord Jack's turning 65.
Old person.
Is that
Old
not the
person
freaking
alert.
truth?
Next Monday, right? Next
65.
Monday. You turn
Old
65.
person alert.
So if we do have a show, we'll probably be singing Laura Jack happy birthday because we love her and she's awesome. And
Yeah, we should just have a show based off my birthday. You guys should just shower me with yummies and
Hoover, you have to
presents.
lose. You have to lose now, Hoover.
I hope I lose. I really hope I lose. I really do. I have never hoped that I lose more than this week.
I may invite Sharon back to the show next week.
Oh my god, yeah, we should bring back all of our best characters from the whole episode.
Well,
You could be
Is my best
Pamela
character this
Pumpkin.
right now?
I got a thong on my head. A
Thong
thong on my head.
good, or when you did the Pamela Pumpkin, or I
Pamela
actually,
Pumpkin.
yeah.
And we want to bring a food for this episode, maybe.
All right, Jack. What's Sir been up to?
Same old, same old. It's cold, so he doesn't love all the snow and the coldness and the rain and the mud, and it's been like a whole thing,
Yeah,
That's not a big
the
deal.
wieners
But,
don't like to go potty outside.
well, I
when they-
mean, he does, but like it's like, I'm like wiping him off with towels and stuff because I'm trying to keep him. I'm trying to keep my wiener clean.
We all are.
you got to keep that wiener clean.
Yeah, gotta keep the wiener clean. The ladies love a clean wiener. But so it's just been kind of that. Like I keep going up to camp because I'm getting close here on, I know February. Like once my birthday hits, it's like always a blizzard. So I know like my days are numbered at this point. So I'm gonna be here with you guys stuck.
Stuck with us.
Stuck.
Yeah. I mean, you don't understand that. Like
You're stuck with the guy with a thong on his nose, not even his head anymore.
Yeah.
Thong
So
on my nose. Thong on my nose. It's like a bandana over my face right now.
hey, get that back on. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just like the normal, wintertime blues for the puppos.
I'm not laughing
What's
at you,
going on
Laura.
in your world?
This does feel slightly naughty that I'm about to have a family conversation
Put it on your head and not on your face.
with a thong over my face. Maybe I don't even know. Like maybe Cassie was wearing this when we conceived one of our kids. I have no idea. This thing came out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. I haven't seen it too much recently.
I'm in Livy.
Anyways,
Hopefully they don't listen to the show when they
they don't listen.
No, I mean when they get older.
When they get older, they probably will. I'm sure.
This may
they'll
not
find
be
it.
fun for them.
So I got
a friend. Hold on. I got a whole question here. Now that I think about it, and man, this is not great. All the shit we've made you do this year.
Yeah.
When your kids get old enough that their kids look at you on YouTube and find out.
Will YouTube even be a thing?
My
dad
gets punished a lot.
But no, the stories, the things that we've done to him in punishment. When they get back to it, maybe they have.
It doesn't matter.
It may matter to Olivia and Ronan.
No, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I mean, I would love to like sprinkle in some Olivia stories.
Here we go, Roman again.
But like wrestling is consuming my life right now. But real quick, I'm gonna tell a little Olivia story because I think it's funny, and I'm starting to get her a crack out of her shell a little bit. Whatever, like little friend thing that was happening, I think she's actually going and making like new friends now, and like kind of just getting a new little clique.
That's how you do it.
She's talking about like a new friend, Clara, and a couple of new friends. But anyways, the one day, Thursday nights, Cassie has dance. She's in a dance class, and so I'm on daddy duty, and I gotta take Roman to wrestling, pick Roman up from wrestling.
I have a question.
What's up?
Her dance class, is that part of her schooling, or is that just a dance class?
This is like a separate thing that she does for fun.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so I'm picking Roman up from wrestling, and it like that crazy storm came in. They came in the other day. Like wind was really bad, and like we live out in the boondocks, and like the power goes out all the time. So Olivia heard the wind, and she's like, "I'm gonna come with you," and I was like, "Okay." So she came with me to pick up Roman. And one of my favorite songs from high school came on. It was EI by Nelly.
EI. Uh-oh.
So I was trying to get her to do the uh-oh part, right? I was like, oh my God, it's my jam from high school, Livy. Come on, you got to do this with me. And I was like, andale, mama, EI.
Uh-oh.
And I was setting her up for it as I was driving. And she just like, she's grinning from ear to ear, but she's like, no, Dad, fuck you. I'm not doing this,
Hold on. I'll do it, Hoover. You ready?
Andale, mama, EI. What's mama now?
We got it.
Anyways, I did like 8 or 9 times trying to like set her up for it, and she just wouldn't do it. But she was smiling and laughing, so it was a win in my book. But I do got to talk about the little man. So obviously we know he's had a rough go at the wrestling last year, and he's slowly getting his mojo back.
Yeah, did he get a second pin?
2 pins this year so far.
He got 2 pins so far this year, and then we went to Burgettstown for their yearly match. Dude, there was 8 schools there.
Oh, that's a big.
And then
tournament.
all kinds of weird stuff. Like Burgettstown was like charging for like bout sheets. So if you wanted to see where your kid was wrestling, like you had to pay for it.
But isn't that what you were asking for before?
No. I was asking for a higher entry fee so that we could put
That's
the
same
kids.
thing.
No. So we could put the kids in like hourly time slots so that you're in and out real quick. No, we were there. We waited 4 hours before Roman wrestled his first time.
But if you knew, would you have to wait?
If I knew for
if you got the belt sheet and you knew when he was
well,
wrestling.
I guess we could have left and came back.
Just
but like,
saying.
once you're already there, you're just gonna fucking stay
I mean,
there.
if you're with your team, you shouldn't leave your team.
Yeah,
You know that deal.
once we're there, we were just gonna stay there. But so Roman's first match, he lost 6-7, 7-6, I guess. But he got a penalty for the same penalty he's been getting called for recently. So technically it was 6-6 tie. I honestly don't know what happens in a tie. I'm guessing they would have had to wrestle one more round or whatever. But he lost that one. The second match, he fucking dominated this kid. He had a pin like 4 times to the point where I was like, that's a fucking pin. And then the ref didn't call it, but he won 17-4.
Nice.
Was the points. And then the third match, this kid was clearly like upper level like wrestler, right? He was really, really good. And Rome was getting kind of dominated. It was like 6-2 in the third round. And out of nowhere, he did a reversal and he flipped the kid on his back. And he was about to pin him, and the fucking time ran out. And the worst part about it was I told him that if he got a pin, I would get him because they had like a little cone of ice thing. I told him
he was going for the
pin. I'm sorry.
He was going for it, and he got time screwed.
You are a
He got time screwed. That was screw job.
He did get screwed by time.
That was a Burgett
Roman. The next time your daddy leaves his pants on the ground, just go in his pocket.
Burgettstown screw
You
job.
deserve it.
Burgettstown screw job.
I hope you find 100.
But the kid wrestled hard.
We're booing you. Boo.
Cool. Fucking boo. I'm still on. Fucking boo.
He does keep going.
How did these mics get mixed around? I don't even understand it. Look, long and story of the long and skinny of it is the kid fucking wrestled hard. And I'm proud of the kid. He wrestled hard.
Not really. Proved it. Boom.
You're a butt cheek.
And he wrestled hard.
I hope he wrestles you and pins your ass.
He's gonna kick your ass.
I can't wait.
He will never kick my ass.
He's
I
gonna
will
kick your
literally
ass.
help him.
The day that he kicks my ass is the day I start taking HGH. So.
Well, you better. Your time is a
You
ticket.
got about 5 years on that.
Nah. Although Olivia, did I tell you guys Olivia is beating me in races now? She can run faster than me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and Roman's gonna pin you in 5 years.
Oh my god. No, I got to work on my running skills. I have to beat Olivia. I told her, well,
I have to beat.
I have to beat her.
so she beat me. However, she beat me. I was in like not the right shoes, and I had played basketball that morning, so I was already fatigued.
Here's excuses.
So I told her, I was
You
like,
need to be in your prime to be.
yeah, I told her, I was like, we're gonna have a real race. We're gonna go to a track when I'm not fatigued and I'm in the right shoes.
First of all,
And I'm
you
a-
run like a ball walker.
Hold on. She
So you're not gonna beat her. She's probably running like fluid strokes. You don't run like that.
She's got
You
those
run like a
fucking
ball
long
walker,
legs.
like a real quick ball walker with an attitude.
Hey, listen, you guys are welcome to come when the rematch happens.
I will because I'll be like, come on, Olivia, go.
we will. We'll 100%
I'm
be
fucking
supporting.
no, I'm gonna beat her.
You know what's gonna happen? Roman's gonna come out and trip you
No.
if you didn't buy him Kona Ice.
If she
Laura, I may go out and trip him.
listen,
I hope it's Roman though. He's like, you didn't give me my Kona Ice.
Livy
if she-
for life.
if she is beating me towards like the end,
He's gonna cheat.
I'm absolutely gonna just
Wow.
fucking take her ass
You're
out.
fucked.
I'm gonna have to take
Get
her.
fucked.
I'm gonna have to take her out.
That's fucked.
That's when he
sorry.
realized.
Be a good sport and let your child beat you
Who-
because she's
who-
faster than.
Hoover's finally realizing
She's
what it
only
is to
11.
be. Hoover's finally
So-
realizing what it means to be a dad. Your kid eventually passes you up.
No.
You want them to.
They eventually
you
pass
want your
you up.
kids to
That's
be
why
better.
I can't wait till my kids pass me up. I can't wait for it.
Well, you and I are different. I'm too
Oh,
competitive.
I'm definitely competitive, but
Yeah, you have a
but you're-
thong on your head.
Comes to
Thong on your
I'm competitive, but I also have the mindset of I understand the next generation replaces me. I want that day to come where my kids
Yeah,
are better than
You're eventually
Sure.
gonna be
actually
too
beat me.
old.
Like I don't want to give them it. But I want them to actually beat me.
I get where you're coming from, but if I don't elevate myself to try and beat them, then they're not getting the
You're old.
support out.
You're old.
Paul for the last 10 years.
You're old. We're all old. Get over
You
it.
guys are older than I am.
But
Yeah,
you
it's
run
great,
like
but
an
it
old
is what it
person.
is.
We're faster than you.
Yeah, actually,
You are not faster.
I
than
will beat
Ben
you in a race.
faster than you.
guarantee
Oh, I
will
know
beat you in a
Sean's
race.
faster than
I guarantee I will beat you. in a
Sean
race.
is
Even-
fast as
Even
fuck.
when no running, I guarantee I will beat you in a
When's the
race.
last time you ran?
A year. 1 year.
I
Once
would
all year.
absolutely
I
beat you in
will
a race.
crush you in a race.
I will absolutely beat you.
I
in a
will
race.
crush you in a race.
I will
I'd be running
Wait,
with
how long is the race we're talking?
Oh, whole lap. 40, whatever a whole lap is anymore.
A whole lap.
Yeah.
You're not making a whole lap.
Yeah, no, I am. I guarantee I'll still make it.
Okay.
Dude, as much as
Okay.
I don't go as often, I still walk 5 miles 3 times a week.
Okay. Walking's different than running, bro.
I know that, but I will still
it-
crush you for 1 lap.
I'm in the peak physical condition. of my adult
Congratulations.
life.
I will still crush you for 1 lap.
still running
let's
like
do
a
it.
mall walker.
Let's do it.
How often do you actually, I know you play basketball, I know you lift, I know you do all that. How often do you actually, and not mall walk, I don't want to care about your mall walking, Mr. Mall Walker over there.
I don't mall walk. What are you talking about?
I said
I
his
played
running,
basketball.
his
3 days.
running looks
He's
like
been
a mall
calling
walker.
you out on mall walking, Mr. Mall Walker.
He's very hipsy when he's running.
Basketball running and
Never seen me
actually
run.
basketball,
Never
have-
seen me run.
I know you,
running
Bubs.
and actual running are two
like
different.
300 pounds.
No, I know how you run.
Basketball running and running are two different stories, and I already know for a fact that you don't like running.
I hate running,
Exactly.
but I'll still beat you in a race.
I will crush you.
So next
should
week,
already
instead of being
know
here, we're going to be at
You
a
should
at
already
a
know
at a track, and I'm going to be the time
can't wait.
time person,
can't
and we're
wait.
going
I
to.
I can't believe he's actually giving himself some
I can't wait. For this.
psychological
Sean is
advantage.
fast as fuck. You don't remember him playing football with us and just
Sean
like,
was
speeding
fast
down
as
the-
fuck 10 years ago.
No, that was
bro.
like 5 years ago, bro.
Bro, he's fast.
And I'm
He's
still
not
faster.
fast anymore.
I'm still faster. Than
He's
you.
old. He's
I-
got a
I'm-
beer belly.
I'm
I'm
old,
fast
but
off
I'm
the
still.
start.
I had a bare belly then, and I was still faster than you.
I'm fucking smoking you, bro.
Yeah, right.
Bro.
You're dreaming.
Yeah,
On a
smoking
whole
the
lot-
cigarettes at
Dude,
the ball
have
walking.
have you been smoking today?
You
have you been doing?
Hang on, you might be able to beat me on like a quarter lap. A
Laura,
whole lap,
Laura,
I will absolutely
Laura,
smoke you.
What has he done before you got here? Because I only saw him this morning. That was real early.
Listen,
What has he been on today?
mall walker.
He's yeah, that's true. That's
You-
where he goes.
You haven't even run in a year.
No, I just said I run 5 miles.
No,
about
you
2
said
to
you
3
walk 5 miles.
Oh, sorry, walk. Let me inform you that it includes about 2 miles of being running.
Okay.
When I went to
running or
France, I was
jogging?
walking 15
Jogging.
miles a
Okay.
day.
But I will still outrun you.
Okay. I mean, name a place, time, place.
I literally will
fucking
name
go.
a place. We're gonna
You
be
tell me, I will
And
be there.
I mean, we gotta throw something down. on
meet me in
this.
Green Tree next week.
Hoover only cares about the throwdown.
We'll
I just
do
wanna
this
beat him.
outside. There's an outdoor running, walking.
I don't care if it's
course,
$5. I want to fucking collect.
And I
your
will
money.
be at the start and finish.
Wait, you can't be at the start.
Oh yes, I
Yes,
can.
you can. It's
Oh,
one
it's
whole
one
lap.
whole lap,
She,
yeah.
she literally stands at one spot.
no,
You're
no,
gonna
I-
end at that
like,
spot.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? You
Oh,
don't
I
even
can't
know what
wait.
lap is.
I'll fucking buy running shoes.
He doesn't even know.
I don't
what
even
lap
have
it is.
running
He needs.
To buy
He
running
needs running shoes.
I will literally buy running shoes.
Hoover,
Okay,
buy
well, the
yourself
bet
an
is on,
Uber.
ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first, and I will be the
Laura,
referee of
Laura,
this
he
event,
sh-
and I will tell you who the winner was.
He should buy himself an Uber.
I will actually take video and pictures of the winner at the end.
Dude, I will go. I should probably run backwards. I'm gonna fucking smoke you. So
Oh,
You're
please
gonna-
do that.
you're gonna
I
pull a
will have
hamstring,
fun
my
with that
friend.
one. Please do. Please do. I will have fun. Please. Please.
I cannot wait for this.
Please.
oh my god, just name it. I'm there.
Please.
Where's the
do.
closest track? Let's go right now. I've been drinking. I'll still smoke. I'm in flip flops. I'll still smoke here. Fuck. Let's go. You don't get it. I am literally in the best physical shape of my adult life.
Until his daughter beats him.
Yeah, Livy. Have you looked at Livy?
Oh, I know she's perfect running shape. She's that person for a running.
Yeah, she's
But you're
long
not
legs.
beating, you're not
skinny.
beating me.
I'm fucking
Listen,
smoking.
all
5
he has
years
to
you're not
do
beating Roman.
is use his speed at the beginning to get up a half a lap on you, right?
He has no speed anymore.
No, I don't.
old.
No, he does.
You're right,
He
I
doesn't
don't
go
know.
anywhere.
Hoover, you're right. I don't. I have no speed left.
Yeah, I don't think you
No,
understand.
I
Even
have
my fatness
nothing.
gets off the line really quickly.
I have nothing left in the tank.
Sorry,
You're
you
right.
getting in on this, chat?
No, but I'm saying that my fatness will get off the
Listen.
line really quickly.
It's gonna go 1, 2, 3 if you get in on. This.
No, it's not.
You're finishing
It's gonna be
third.
like 1, 2, 3.
You now you gotta run. You think you're being me? Now you gotta run. Now you gotta run.
No,
Listen, coming out of high school, I ran like a 4.840. I'm probably 2 seconds slower than that.
Okay, so last time you saw me run, what would you think my 40 was? When we played flag football together, and you guys never even come close to me. Never. Not
You
even
were
close.
you were in deck hockey a lot back then. You were super skinny.
I
back
played deck
then.
hockey last year. Just to catch you up, just to catch you up a little bit.
I'm gonna guess you ran a 5 flat back then.
Before lower.
Back then, like we're talking mid-20s. You
you
ran.
said
I
a
was below- I was
540.
below 5.
You were below 5.
I was
back
below
then.
5. Correct.
Yeah.
He said,
Okay, you guys were there. You're.
I mean, I was over 300 pounds. You weren't
So-
that much faster than me then.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
right.
were way. You
He
weren't even
literally was
close.
least as in
You
the
couldn't
dust.
even keep
I had
up.
to
You
guard
said
him.
it. You cried about it.
he had to
You
guard
couldn't
me,
get
and I had to guard
close.
him.
I didn't cry, but
Yes, you did.
You pushed
I
me in the
lost
back,
tears.
though. I do remember that.
get the
I
fuck-
do remember me catching a ball and being like specifically like, maybe don't push me in the
Dude,
back. And next thing I know, I'm like,
the
oh,
only reason you felt like you were close is you played 10 yards off me.
Uh-huh.
That was the only reason you felt close.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to prove your ass wrongers.
I can't wait either. When are we doing this? I want to know. When do you have time?
I might actually be like as light as you these days. So I don't know.
Oh,
What-
you
what-
you
what do
are
weigh
as
in?
late.
Oh,
That
yeah.
doesn't change the
What
acceleration
do you
point.
weigh in? Right?
Acceleration.
30.
Okay.
Acceleration.
Like I said, you are as late. I'm not sitting here. I told you. I've told you that multiple times. That does not
can't
change the acceleration.
can't
point.
either.
Let's go right now.
I literally will.
I got flip flops. I'll fucking run in bare feet. I can't wait. This is great. Okay.
Tell me where and when, and I'll
Deuces.
be there with my wait, whoa.
I got 6 a.m. yoga.
I got a thong on my
I got
thong
Thong on my head. Thong on my head. Deuces, deuces, thong on my head. Deuces, deuces.
Deuces, subscribe. We love you. Two
Go
days straight, get a
Bengals.
lesbian.
Go Niners.